Right. So today we are going to start Unit 2 lesson, that is evolution of computer. That is also a theory unit. In this unit we will be discussing evolution of the computer and the input-output devices and some memory management techniques. Right. So I have already sent the tubes for you all. So we'll go through the tools. If something you want to explain, I want to explain, I can use this board, right? So this is also based on theory. So we'll start. I think you have taken printouts and you are get ready. You are already taken printouts and you have the tools with you. I'll share the one. Evolution of computer. Now, when you take the evolution of computer, we have different eras. Eras means different time durations. Each duration we can classify this duration we can classify into four eras are there. We'll write down here: pre-mechanical era. Here you put pre-mechanical era. Second one, mechanical era. This one, mechanical era. Next one, electromechanical era. This one, electromechanical era. Fourth one, electronic era. Electronic era. Then we'll go through this calculating its pre-mechanical era in that is before 1450 years, right? So abacus is considered as the first calculator. Now I think you have seen this abacus. Something like that. So device in the world used by Chinese around 5000 BC. So it is the first calculating device, that is pre-mechanical era. Then we can take mechanical era. So 1450 to 1840. Under that, write down here the Pascaline was introduced. The Pascaline was introduced by Blaise Pascal. By Blaise Pascal in 1642. In 1642. It could add and subtract. It could add and subtract two numbers. The stepped reckoner. I'll put the word here. Stepped reckoner. Invented by Gottfried Wilhelm. I am typing the name. Gottfried Wilhelm. And used to carry out addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay. Then we'll go to the other part. Now you can see these pictures. So in this there are difference engine also. There is first mechanical computer. Now this, if you can, if you have a highlighter, highlight this stuff. Difference engine in the first mechanical computer was developed by the Charles Babbage. So because in second unit you will be getting question, these stuff names and the machine, those stuff will be coming for the exam. So if you have a highlighter, you highlight this difference engine. The first mechanical computer was developed by Charles Babbage. So it is also in the mechanical era. He presented the concept of input, process, and output that is used in modern computers for the first time. Therefore, he is considered as the father of computing. Why this Charles Babbage is considered as father of computer? Because he introduced concept of input, process, output that is used in these modern computers. දැන් පාවිච්චි කරන computers වල මේ කොහොම use වෙනවා මේ concept එක use වෙනවා. So because of that we are telling it is input, process, and output. So we are telling him father of computer. So Charles Babbage is the father of computer. There's a small noise is coming. Don't worry about that. Small construction is going on. Right? Don't worry. I think you can clear. Is that clear? What I'm talking? Can you all hear? Ano හැමෝටම Dini, can you hear? Okay. Okay, we'll go to the next page. So electromechanical era, they are write down here. Electronic valve within bracket put vacuum tubes VACUUM vacuum tube invented by Forrest FOREST Forrest in 1906. The automatic sequence controller within bracket put mark 1. Automatic sequence controller mark 1 was the first automatic computer invented by Professor Howard Aiken. Invented by Professor Howard Aiken in 1939. So that is coming under electronic mechanical era. Then we'll go to the electronic era. So in this era, we have different types of generation. The first generation used vacuum tube. These are the things that you have to remember. Used vacuum tube. Now, vacuum tube is like this. You can see there's a small chip in his hand and the vacuum tube. So you can compare the size. මේක size එක ඔයගලන්ට compare කරන්න පුළුවන් vacuum tube එක කොච්චර ලොකුද මේකක් කොච්චර ලොකුද කියන එක. right? එතකොට ඒ වගේ මේ vacuum tubes පාවිච්චි කරේ in the first generation. That means the size of the computer is very big. It's like a කාමරයක size වගේ ලොකු ප්‍රමාණයක් ලොකු වෙනවා මේ ඉස්තර තියච්ච first generation computer එකක්. computer එකක්ම room එකක් size ම වෙනවා. right? So first electronic ENIAC. So then ENIAC was the first electronic digital computer. Now earlier we discussed mechanical. Now this is electronic. Now these things you have to memorize. If you have highlighted, it's better to highlight them. Computer by John Moule and John Presper Eckert. මේ දෙන තමයි ENIAC කියන එක හැදුවේ. Then EDSAC, electronic data storage automatic calculator, was the first full-size stored program computer. Now this is what? Stored program computer. That is the difference. So there you can store programs. Programs store කරලා තියන්න පුළුවන්. So අපි කියන stored program computer. So that is the first full-size stored program computer. So that is EDSAC. මේවා මතක තියාගන්න. By Morris Wilkers in 1947. EDSAC was built according to the von Neumann machine principles. So von Neumann, these principles or the concept we'll be discussing later. Von Neumann concept. So, but EDSAC created or built by using the von Neumann machine principles. Then there's another thing called EDVAC. Is considered a first digital computer that could store program. Now earlier one was then Storage Automatica was the first full-size stored program computer, but it is not digital. But EDVAC is digital one, and it also can store programs. Digital, first digital. So remember this word. So these are the things that you are getting for the exam. MCQ solved තමයි ගොඩක් අර. Then UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer, was an electrical computer containing thousands of vacuum tubes that utilize punch card. Use kara punch card කියලා එකක් input output. It's like this. මම punch card එකක් කියන එක මෙහෙම ඇන්දොත් එහෙම like this, you have holes. පොඩි holes තියෙනවා මේකේ. ඔන්නෝම තියෙනවා. You can't see them nowadays. Right? Then මේ difference තියෙනවා මේවා අතරේ කොහොම. එතකොට මේක තමයි දාන්නේ. right? මේ pattern එක තමයි දාන්නේ. When you insert this punch card, it will identify now as example. I'm telling it as example. If this මේ punch එක නැත්නම් hole එක 0 ගත්තොත් මේ අනිත් තැනක් අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් 1 විදිහට. So you know that computer can understand ones and zeros නේ. හිතන්න මේ තැන් වල ones තියෙන. මේ තැන් මේවා zeros. මේ space තියෙනවා 1. Something like that. That kind of pattern is there. එතකොට මේ pattern එක තමයි use කරන්නේ. එතකොට when you are inserting the data to the computer, we are using this punch card, as well as when you are taking the output. Output data ගන්න we are using this punch card. Punch card කියන එක තමයි use කරේ. Vacuum tubes that utilize the punch card and switch to input data and punch cards to output and store data. So punch card is used not only for input, for the output also. Output වලට පාවිච්චි කරා මේ punch card කියන එක. Right? So that is the UNIVAC. UNIVAC වල තමයි මේක පාවිච්චි කරේ. So this punch card, now can you write somewhere here? I could put that punch card invented. Write down somewhere here. Punch card invented by Herman Ulrich. So this is the person who invented this punch card system. Punch card can introduce करे Herman Ulrich. Remember that. ඒක මතක තියාගන්න. ඔය වගේ දේවල් අහනවා exam එකේ for the MCQ questions. Okay, we'll continue. The second generation computer, here write down, in this generation, transistors were used as the fundamental building block. So in this generation, they use transistors. Looks like this. Is inside the transistor. This is inside the transistor actually. There write down IBM 1620. So these are the example. IBM 1620, IBM 794, CDC 3600, are some example for this generation computers. Are some examples for this generation computers. you could write them down, right? These are the examples. So we'll go to third generation computers. In third generation computers, go through that. The computer of third generation used integrated circuit, that is IC. You can see these things. I think you have maybe you are familiar with this part. මේවා නිකන් පොඩක් දැකලා වගේ ඇති IC කියන එක. So in third generation used integrated circuit IC place of transistor. So single IC contain many transistors, resistors and capacitor along with the associated circuit. So make a IC එක you can have thousands of transistors, hundreds, thousands, like that. Transistors can be included inside one integrated circuit. Because of that, this machines, third generation machines, become the size has become less. Then fourth generation, now here the examples are IBM 360, PDP, TDC 316. These are the examples for third generation. So fourth generation thing, in this generation of computers, VLSI, very large scale integrated circuits, were used. VLSI circuits having more transistors and other circuitry elements with their associated circuits on a single chip made it possible to have microcomputers. Now here you can see this is called processor, kind of a processor here. So we are telling very large scale integrated, or we can tell microprocessor. So inside the microcomputer, inside our computers, desktop computers, laptop computers, we are having this type of microprocessors. So these are called VLSI, that is very large scale integrated. Then we'll go to the fifth generation computers. So fifth generation is the same microprocessor, but this is called ultra large scale integration. That is again the number of ICs included inside this processor has increased, and more power, less heating. So those things are there in these fifth generation computers. Now nowadays we are using these fifth generation computers, and in future also, because we haven't sixth generation didn't come yet. So present means in future even we are using this ultra large scale integration ULSI till it comes to another kind of a generation. Okay, write down here the ULSI. The ULSI within bracket put ultra large scale integration. Ultra large scale integration. Technology is used in this generation. Technology used in this generation. Resulting in the production of used in this generation, resulting in the production of microprocessor chips, microprocessor chips having millions transistors, and other electronic components. Other electronic components. Right? Okay. We'll move to forward. So classification of computers. We can classify computers in different ways. One is based on technology, based on the purpose, based on the size. So technology, when you take technology, we have different technology, analog, digital, and there's another thing called hybrid. Hybrid means both analog and digital. Now, when I draw a signal of analog one, analog signal looks like this, something like this, right? But if it is digital one, your signal is looks like this. So in digital, you can see you can either 1 or 0, two status are there. But if you take this one, now everything is under like coming with voltage. Here even the same thing. So 5 volt mean if I take 5 volt because it is inside the computer, you can have 5 volt there. So 5 volt means 1, 0 is 0. But here 5 volt and 0 in between, you can see there are some difference. That means continuous voltage can be measured from this type of analog signal, but here you can have only two states, that is 5 or 0. So when you take analog and digital, so that's the difference. Okay, we'll write down here analog up to analog computer. So analog computer means they are using this type of signal, continuous forms. Here it is difference, digital form. So we'll try to write down. Write down under analog computers. Yeah. An analog computer is an analog computer is a form of computer form of computer that handles that handles continuous values continuous values such as electrical, mechanical or hydraulic quantities. Mechanical or hydraulic quantities. Put some example for the analog computers like thermometers, pressure meters. Those are coming under analog computers using analog signals. Then write down under digital computers here. Digital computers. A computer that performs calculations and logical operations with quantities represented as digits usually in the binary number system. So put example: computers, smartphone. Those are coming under digital computers. All these digital devices are coming under this digital computers. Try to write somewhere here. I couldn't put that hybrid thing. Write down somewhere here if you have a space. Hybrid computers. They write down the computers which used both analog and digital signals are known as hybrid computers. We can take an example now. You have seen, or you know that ECG machines are there. ECG machine you can what you can measure your heart pulse you can measure නේද heart pulse එක measure කරන්න ECG machine එකක් අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම අපේ ඇඟේ තියෙන්නේ we have analog signal, but in that device you can see there is all these measurement are taking as digital signal. එතකොට analog digital both දෙකම මේකේ use වෙනවා. That kind of a machine can be known as hybrid computer. For example, ECG machine. So ECG machine is a hybrid type of a hybrid computer because it use both analog and digital signals. So then based on purpose, there are special purpose and general purpose. Special purpose means that what I told you. There are some special like diagnostic uh, symptoms, like medical devices are there, kind of a computers, medical devices. These military purposes they are using some type of computers. We can't use our desktop computer or laptop computer to control missiles and all that. අපේ ගෙදර තියෙන එකෙන් ඒවා කරන්න බෑ right. So we can't scan our body through our computer or our scanner නේද ඒවා කරන්න බෑනේ. So ඒ වගේටම තියෙන computers, those are called special purpose. General purpose means day to day life. දැන් මං කිව්වේ අපිට letter එකක් type කරගන්න, film එකක් බලන්න, ඔය වගේ දේවල් game එකක් play කරන්න. So those kind of computers are called general purpose computer. Okay, write down under special purpose. Computers are designed to computers are designed to computers are designed to handle a specific problem, handle a specific problem or to perform a specific task, or to perform a specific task. Under general computers, write down general purpose computer, write down. These are designed these are designed to perform a range of these are designed to perform a range of day-to-day tasks. Perform day-to-day tasks. So that is called general purpose computers. Then we'll see based on size. According to size, even computers can be classified. One is supercomputer. Supercomputer. So this supercomputer, super, the word with the super කියන එක අපි දන්නෝනේ super කිව්වම ඒකේ unexpected නිකන් ලොකු power එකක් තියෙනවා වගේ තමයි අපි කියන්නේ නේ Superman කියලා ඔය තියෙන movie එකක් එහෙම right. So he can do everything right. So this is also here you can't do everything but here it has a super power එක වැඩි කියන එක තමයි කියන්නේ. Under that write down under supercomputer the fastest and most powerful type of computers, most powerful type of computers supercomputers are very expensive and supercomputers are very expensive and are employed for are employed for specialized applications specialized applications that require immense amount of computing power. Computing power. So example is tiny one. I will show you the like picture of that. How this is there. I think you can see this. So it's the China. Now these days we are talking about all these Chinese things, right? So here China's supercomputer, tiny one. So carries out 1,400 tasks per day. Task. A different task can handle 1,400 tasks per day. So you can see this. I play that one. Share again.
Like this do not get any breaks.
天河1号主要是为我们国家的大学。
The Tianhe 1 is mainly
You can see it's a like big one, right? Huge one.
used to serve our country's universities, research institutions.
So yeah, using for research institution and all that.
Small and medium-sized enterprises, and to provide scientific
It is taking bit time. So this is a picture of that. You can see the huge one, right? So supercomputer looks like this. We'll go back to the tube. So under mainframe computer, write down, that is also large one, like social, this website like Facebook, all this stuff. This kind of website, they are using this kind of mainframe computers as like their servers, right? As their servers, they are using this mainframe computers. They don't have a like a superpower like the supercomputer, but they can handle several thousands people or transaction at the same time, users at the same time, simultaneous. Write down here under mainframe computers. A very large and expensive computer very large and expensive computer capable of supporting hundreds or even thousands of users, hundreds or even thousands of users simultaneously. Then go to mini computers. Mini computers is not like the mainframe. It is less power, less storage, can handle less users than the mainframe. But that is also can be used as server computers. They write down medium-sized computers mainly used as small or mid-range servers, small or mid-range servers operating business, mid-range servers operating business, and scientific applications. Then microcomputers means nowadays we all are having microcomputers. So under these microcomputers we have desktop, laptop, laptop, notebook, smartphone, everything is coming, tablet, everything is coming under this microcomputer. Okay. Now we'll go through the explore the functionality of a computer in relation to the evaluation of hardware and interfaces. Now, when you are using, අපි දැන් computer එකට අපේ devices connect කරනවා. We are connecting our devices to computer. එතකොට අපිට මෙන්න මේ වගේ ports and interfaces can be seen. අපි බලමු මේ මොනවද කියන එක. How we can use them, for what purposes we can use them. එකක් බලන්න හදන්නේ. Just have a look on this one. So this is called serial port. Now serial ports we are using for keyboard, biometrical scanners, modern printers. But unfortunately or fortunately, you can't see these things at the moment in your computers. You don't get serial ports now because mouse, keyboard, everything is coming under USB. හැම device එකම මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ USB වෙලා තියෙනවා නේද? තාම monitors එකම USB වෙලා නැහැ. අනිත් හැම එකක්ම වගේ USB කියන. එතකොට මේ වගේ devices you don't in laptops even you can't see them at all. Desktop computer sometimes you can see, but most of the time nowadays you can't see them. So serial port we can use. There you can see pins are there. Pins are there. Okay. So this is serial port. Nowadays actually we can't see them. If you go down, so just go through this part. No need to buy hard. අදට තියාගන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ මේවා. PS2 port. PS2 port also you can't see in laptop, but desktop computers still you can see. This is used now. It's a round type. රවුමට තියෙන මේ port එක. You can use this for keyboards and mouse. So අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කියන mouse එකට cyan color එක, keyboard එකට magenta color එක තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාට ආවේ. ඒකෝල this is called PS2 port. PS2 port. Now you all know this mouse and keyboard can be connected through the USB. ඒක නිසා මේවා දැන් පාවිච්චි වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Another thing, parallel port, that is also same. This is used for printers. මේක use කරලා printers connect කරන්න. දැන් මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? With the USB port, we can connect the printer. So මේකත් පාවිච්චි වෙනවා අඩු. ඔන්න එතකොට right then මෙන්න USB දැන් මෙච්චර වෙලා කතා කරපු USB port එක. Right? So what will happen with this USB port? Everything is replaced. USB port එකත් එක්ක හැම දෙයක්ම replace වෙලා තියෙනවා. අනිත් ports දැන් මේ කතා කරපු parallel, serial, PS2 everything replaced by the USB. තාම VGA port එක විතර replace කරගන්න බැරි වුණා. හැබැයි the difference is here with the US now USB, when you are using USB port, you know that when you connect, as soon as you connect, you can use the device. අපි කියනවා plug and play. Plug and play කියන්නේ මේක connect කරපු ගමන් අපිට ඒක use කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකට voltage එක. For the devices, it takes voltage from this port. අපි දැන් phone එකක් උන charge කරන ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා නැහැනේ. කවදාවත් PS2 port එකකට, serial port එකකට, parallel port එකකට, VGA port එකකට ගහලා phone එක charge කරනවා. දැකලා නැතුව ඇති කවදාවත්. එහෙම ඒව නැහැ. හැබැයි USB එකට තමයි අපි හැම වෙලේම ගහලා charge කරගන්නේ. So that means through the USB port you are getting some power. අපි කියනවා 5 volt current එකක් මේකෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකට ඒක නිසා current එකක් ගන්නවා and plug and play. ඔයා මේක plug කරපු ගමන් ඔයාලට මේක use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Now as example, if you are using PS2 port to connect your mouse and keyboard, for some purposes, if you remove that, ඔයා ගලවලා ආපහු ඒක plug කරොත් එහෙම you have to restart the computer to identify that device. අපිට restart කරලා මුලින් ඉඳන් එන්න වෙනවා ඒක identify කරගන්න. But when you are using USB, ඔයාට ඕන වෙලාවක මේක remove කරන්න plug කරන්න පුළුවන්. As soon as you plug, it will detect කරගන්නවා. So that is called plug and play. Right? එන්න මෙතන පොඩ්ඩක් අපි ලියාගමු. Here you can write up to 127 devices. Up to 127 devices can be connected to this port and supplies 5 volt at 5 volts at 100 to 500 milliamperes. 100 to 500 milliamperes for use by each device. All these devices are plug and play. And hot pluggable. Hot pluggable means when the power is on, you can remove or connect, doesn't matter. And hot pluggable. Then firewire port also that you can use like a USB. It is bit different, but it has we are telling it has more data transfer rate there. That is also available in some computer, laptop computers. You can see them. Printers, scanners, this type of things can be connected to that. Especially printers, you can see printer. The data cable is most of the time connecting to this type of one. Nowadays, it is also becoming USB. That is also available in some computers. You can see the firewire port. Then this is VGA port. So that we can use it for to connect monitors or screens to the computer, right? So it still is there. It cannot be replaced by the USB yet, but it has replaced by HDMI, something called HDMI port. It's called VGA. So I'm not going to much detail. You don't want to by heart this stuff. No need to by heart. Just have a idea. Then digital visual interface DVI. This is also kind of a VGA, but we can use it for like digital TVs and all that. That is also a bit old port, but still you can find it in some computers. So different versions are there. Different versions are there. It's like this versions. You can see them. Then audio ports are there. Audio out, microphone, line in, line out. You may have seen this stuff. Now here, the signal for speaker. This is for mouse. For mouse. Sorry, this is for mic. This is for speaker. Sorry, this is for speaker and this is for microphone. If you like change them, it won't work. Change color. Then this is modem port, or we can tell Ethernet port. If your computer is connecting to the internet through the cable, this is called Ethernet. Now, if you telephone this cable and these are two different, you can see this. Now, this is called RJ45, and telephone cable, this is called RJ11. Same type, same shape, but not the same size. RJ45 එක ටිකක් ලොකුයි RJ11 එකට වඩා. If you are connecting through the cable, you can use this. Now see the cable, you can see that. And where you can plug it to the computer, you can see that. There's a way of plugging it. Plug and get, Then infrared ports are there. You cannot see them. What I got? Pain in a hand. Because you don't want to plug anything. Right? So infrared is there. Then nowadays Bluetooth is there. You don't have anything to plug there, but it is inbuilt. අපිට පේන්නේ නැහැ ගොඩක් inbuilt කරපු එකක් තමයි මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. Okay, then Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Bluetooth headsets are there. Bluetooth Wi-Fi routers are there. Nowadays, you will be using them. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මේ දවස්වල වැඩිපුර පාවිච්චි වෙනවා. Right? Right? These wireless items are there. Okay, right. Just have an idea and no need to buy hardware. I have put them to have an idea about those stuffs, right? ඒ ටික ඔයගොල්ලෝ මතක තියාගන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. නමුත් අර මේ වගේ devices තියෙනවා කියලා idea එකක් දෙන්න තමයි මම ওই ටික I have included in this tube, right? Then we will go to the input devices. These things you have to memorize input devices, all this stuff, right? So input devices means these are used to feed data and instruction to a computer system. So keyboard is there, pointing device, you can point. I'm using mouse touchpad to point these things. If I use my pointer here, red color dot, so I am pointing that. I can't use keyboard to point this thing. I am using the mouse, sorry, touchpad. So pointing device means mouse, touchpad, remote control, touch screen are there. Direct data inputs are there: magnetic strip reader, barcode reader, smart Visa, credit debit card readers are there, swiping card. Now inserting. These all are coming under input device. So these are used to input data to the computer. Input data to the computer. Then you have another device also. Image and video. If you want to insert image, video camera, digital camera, webcam. Now I am using webcam to show this whiteboard. CCTV. So all are coming under input devices. Scanning devices also coming under input devices. Flatbed scanner, normal scanner, MICR checks used to read checks. OMR, optical mark reader. OCR, optical character reader. Then graphic tablet, digitizer, microphone. This all are used to input data to the computer. Then advantages of direct entry input devices over keyboard entry input. Now keyboard entry, now you have typed it, but direct means scanner, like barcode scan. So direct data entry. So we write down under that. In point form, write down first point. Automatically capture data. Automatically capture data, image or video. No need human involvement. No need human involvement. To input data into the system. To input data into the system. Therefore, Data entry cost is reduced. Data entry cost is reduced. Then second point, accurate. 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 The data can be input. The data can be input. Without any human errors. Without any human errors. Another point. Less time. Less time. And data input process is more efficient. And data input process is more efficient. Okay, then we'll see output device. Output device means what? You can output your data or information inside the computer. What you have inside the computer, you can give it to out. Give them out as a result. So output devices are there. Different types of devices. Monitors are there. CRT, LCD, LED monitors are there. We'll write down under monitor CRT monitor. It's called cathode ray tube monitor. Write down here. In cathode ray tube monitor, CRT monitor, images are produced. Images are produced when an electron beam strike a strikes a beam strikes a phosphorescent surface. Phosphorescent surface. So phosphorus, kind of phosphorus space is there. Phosphorescent surface. Then only we can see the image. Then go to LCD monitors. A display screen made with TFT technology that is thin film transistor technology is a LCD that has a transistor for each pixel and LCD monitors are widely used in notebook and laptop computers. Okay, under LED monitor, write down flat screen monitor. Nowadays we can see widely in this type. Flat screen monitor used as a computer monitor or television. Used as a computer monitor or television. Advantages of LED monitors are put commas and write down in a stretch. You can write down input using commas. Less expensive, more reliable, generate low heat and consume less power, higher dynamic contrast ratio, and longer lifespan and less environmental impact. less environmental impact. So these are the advantage of LED monitors. Longer lifespan and less environmental impact. Then there's another output device called printer now. It's very common one. There are also different types of dot matrix printers are there. Inkjet and laser. Dot matrix, you have small pins kind of things. It will be impact to the paper. පොඩි pins වගේ ගිහිල්ලා sorry ribbon එකේ වදිනවා. Ribbon will impact to the page. මොකක් හරි අපි කොලේ එක paper එකකට වදින්න. එතකොට තමයි print වෙන්නේ. But you can't print the pictures and all that. And it produces huge sound and it takes long time. Right? Inject means it spray the ink spray කළා කරන්නේ. Laser එකේ කරන්න laser beam එකක් කරා then you have something called toners. ඒක adhere නිකන් ඇලෙන එකක් වෙන්නේ කොලේ. So that is called laser printing. We'll go through them. Dot matrix, under that write down. It uses a print head. It uses the print head. That moves back and forth. That moves back and forth. Or up and down motion. Or up and down motion. On the page. On the page. And prints by striking and print by striking and ink ribbon, striking an ink ribbon against the paper. Much like the print mechanism on a typewriter. Make a typewriter එකක් වගේ. Much like the print mechanism on a typewriter. Then we'll go to the inkjet one, inkjet printer. Here write down. In the inkjet printing mechanism, the print head has The printhead has several tiny nozzles. Several tiny nozzles. Also called jets. Also called jets. As the paper moves, as the paper moves, past the printhead, past the printhead, the nozzles spray ink onto it. The nozzles spray ink onto it. Forming the characters and images. Forming the characters and images. We'll see laser printers. Laser printers here. Write down. When a document is sent to the printer, when a document is sent to the printer, a laser beam draws the document. A laser beam draws the document on a selenium coated drum. On a selenium coated drum. Using electrical charges. Using electrical charges. After the drum is charged, after the drum is charged, it is rolled in toner. It is rolled in toner. A dry powder type of ink. A dry powder type of ink. The toner adheres. The toner adheres to the charged image on the drum. To the charged image on the drum. The toner is then transferred onto a piece of paper. Piece of paper and fused to the paper. And fused to the paper with heat and pressure. With heat and pressure. අපි කියනවා heat එක ඇවිල්ලා pressure එකකින් heat and pressure වලින් තමයි මේ laser printer එකේ අර toner එක ඇලෙන්නේ adhere වෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක තමයි printer sometimes you may have experience now photocopy machine also uh, this kind of thing is happen, right? You have experience sometimes අනික පොඩ toner සතේ යන කළු පාට ඒ වගේ වෙන්න පුළුවන් if it is not heated properly or if it is not pressure properly, right? Then graphic tablet. Graphic tablet, we are using this graphic tablet for printing, actual printing maps and all that, right? Write down there, graphic plotter, write down, this is graphic plotter. We are using it for printing maps and all that. Write down there. A plotter is printer. A plotter is a printer that interprets commands from computer to make line drawings on paper with one or more automated pens. On paper with one or more automated pens. So the pens are working automatically. Yeah? According to our instruction given by the computer, it is drawing. Okay, then we'll go to the CPU and it's compatible with motherboard. CPU and it's compatible with motherboard. So when you take the motherboard, that is the place where you can fix all these stuff. I'll show you a motherboard. Wait. I think you can see it. Right? This kind of thing is called motherboard, right? So here you have different. Now what we discuss ports are here. I don't know whether it's much clear, but you can have a rough idea here. So these are the ports that we discussed there. So all the devices you can plug here. Mouse, keyboards, those stuff can be plugged here. Monitor even, right? Then this when you take the motherboard, here I have removed the processor here. So there you get a processor, and these things are called heat sinks that absorbs the heat inside the computer. Otherwise, after when you are working for a long time, that can be heated and like computer automatically shut down, or it can be damage the other parts. So these kind of heat sinks are there. It absorbs the heat. Then you have some ports and it's where you can plug the RAM and all that. So you have transistor. These things, small things are there. Transistors and register. Small capacitors are there. ICs are there. Right. So this is called motherboard. So you can't change your motherboard as you want. It should be compatible. Power sockets, everything should be compatible. That's what we are going to discuss here. Okay. Socket support, under that write down. Here write down under socket support. The CPU has to be compatible with your the CPU has to be compatible with your motherboard socket. Motherboard socket. So motherboard, you show that. So there are some sockets. The CPU is the processor. It should be compatible with the motherboard, so otherwise it won't work. Otherwise you can't put that properly. You have pins in the CPU processor. You can't put them correctly if the socket is not compatible, right? So that's why I told you can't take your processors as you want. You can't change your processor as you want. Should be compatible. Then the next one, chipset support. Chipset support. There write down. Need to know about the chipset to find the CPU compatible with that chipset. Find the CPUs compatible with that chipset. Chipset manufacturers include AMD, Intel and so Intel, I think you know that Intel Pentium, this i3, those stuffs are done. It's doing by the Intel. Intel and NVIDIA, NVIDIA. So this chipset, which I show you that capacitor, transistor, everything ROM, this stuff, everything is compatible. Should be compatible with the CPU. So that's called chipset support. Motherboard should support to the CPU. Then motherboard voltage. Voltage means like the voltage, same kind of word. Uh, there write down. It should support the thermal design power. Thermal design power of a given CPU. A CPU need to find out voltage of the motherboard. To determine the support from that to the CPU. So it should be support now voltage. Now you have seen that when you take this domestic bulb එකෙත් තියෙනනේ අපේ voltage is 240 අපිට හම්බෙන voltage wattage watt ගාන කියලා කියන්නේ ඔය අපේ දැන් 80 60 watt 80 watt 100 watt කිය කියන්නේ අන්න ඒක තමයි wattage කියන්නේ right. So don't worry about don't go in deep this stuff. So it should support, otherwise it won't work properly. අපේ computer එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන elements can be damaged if you don't have the compatible voltage to the motherboard. Then BIOS support, basic input output system, BIOS it should support. There write down if necessary BIOS needed to be upgraded. BIOS needed to be upgraded to support the CPU. To support the CPU. So BIOS should be supported. Right. Okay. BIOS settings you can change through the when you are starting the computer you can change the BIOS and you can upgrade the BIOS even if it is branded machine. Now if it is HP through the HP site you can update your BIOS settings, right? So okay, so we have to start from the storage device. I'll start that on next week. I think by next week we can finish this lesson. This is a small lesson and there are some calculation part in memory management memory management and all that. So that is bit difficult in the sense like bit like confusing thing. Other things are like you can go through and you can quickly grab, right? Lazy make a part of it, but you have to memorize. Memorizing parts are there. නම් ටිකේ හැම කවුද invent කරපු ඒවා generation වල use කරපු tools everything you have to memorize. So you'll be getting questions like MCQs from those systems, right? Okay, Bhute, then we'll wind up for the day. From next week we are having on Tuesdays. Tuesday from 10 to 12 you have the class. Normally yesterday there was a like power failure, that's why I asked you to connect today, right? Okay, we'll finish for the day. Have a nice day. Thank you.